Hi everybody and welcome to Mukilteo, Washington. Sun's just going down over Whidbey Island and I do hope that you've been having a great day. I guess we call this the tilt cam because that's what we're doing right now is we're tilting on that tiny little road tripod here at Pioneer Cemetery overlooking Puget Sound from Mukilteo at sunset. Sunset officially 9:11 p.m. tonight. Let's take another look at it here. But what I'd like to do is turn this camera around. There we go. I guess I'm a little bit tall for it. I'll bring this up a little bit. And we'll get things going here. There we go. Let's go back to this one for right now. I hope you guys are all having a good evening or a good day wherever you might be. Temperatures right around the mid to low 70s. There we go. And let's elevate this tripod a little bit more so we can get framed up. It is so nice out right now. Coming to you live from Mukilteo. All right. Just firing up the Canon 7D here. Settings are a little overexposed, and I have it on auto ISO, so we're going to change that. First of all, we're going to increase the shutter speed. Go to 1/250th. I'm going to bring the ISO or the f-stop down a little bit too. And go to ISO 200, see what that looks like. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, so that's good. Now, I'm wondering if I can access YouTube comments from this view that I have right now. And I don't know that I will be able to. No, not in this view. Doesn't look like. So I'll tell you what I'll do. We'll put you back solo. And I have a little trick here I can do to tilt this iPhone so I can hopefully see the comments option. There we go. Have a streaming app. And Cosmic Rose says, Mark, off we go. Much better now. No rabbits yet tonight? Ha! Cosmic Rose, I got to tell you, there were rabbits, numerous rabbits to greet me as I arrived. They were right on both sides of the street as I parked here. And this is the busy time for rabbits. So yeah, you know it. I can hear the rumble of the ferry. It's either the ferry or a train. We'll find out very soon. Again, this other camera is way off level, but nonetheless, you get a kind of a feel for them. Just behind the park bench here, where I've got my camera bags, and you can see what's happening in the sky. I'm hearing fireworks, you guys. Hey, Thomas is here. Nice to see you here, Tom. I'm hearing lots of fireworks over on Whidbey Island along the eastern shores of Whidbey Island in the Clinton area. Yeah, ferry is just now leaving Mukilteo. You'll soon see that coming into view. It'll be coming from the right-hand side, moving left. All right. You're just about to see it. There you go. Let's do this for a moment. Let's get the camera off of me. We'll flip this around. And we'll level our tripod. Look at that beautiful sky, you guys. There we go, that's nice. And let's grab a little bit more of that sky. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Boy, that's nice. Let's tilt up a little bit. There we go. I'd say that's quite good. Okay, this is a iPad I have literally down on the grass, looking right over the bluff. Kind of precarious. I can't really tilt it up much right now. But you can see the ferry out there. And look at that, you can see the other ferry at the dock still in Clinton. So this ferry is probably going to continue a bit going to the left, and it'll probably just kind of hang there tightly, eventually coming to a pause, waiting for this ferry that you see in the dock, getting ready for it to leave. Unless it's going to use I think there's another available dock over there, I guess it could go to it, but usually it waits for the other ferry to leave. Just beautiful out there tonight. Let's check your comments. No train yet, Cosmic Rose. Only 103 where you're at? How, my daughter's in Tucson where it's 102. I saw today when I was chatting with her. Sneaky little window there. Ha! Ah, very nice pickup on the rule of thirds. I don't even think about rule of thirds. You know, you just shoot for a long time and you just start. You just know where to go. Okay, so we're gonna change our shot up on this other camera just a bit. Beautiful sky. Would you like to take a nice little view of the beach down there? Let's do that. It's like, where's he going with the camera? No rule of thirds or anything going on there for just a moment. What I did was I went and grabbed the Tilto cam, which was back there behind the bench, showing the sky and me silhouetted. I brought that up and I put that on a fence post, barely with that little tripod. It's just like over the edge. Here, I need to show you this is kind of Mickey Mouse. But sometimes showing Mickey Mouse is fun, and sometimes Mickey Mouse works and looks fancy, I guess. So let me show you the camera. There's the fence post, right? And precariously balanced on the horizontal post there is a charger. I mean, and just look at how precarious that is on the road. See what I mean? Precarious indeed. So let's do it this way. Hang on. Let's do a little picture in picture. Okay, hang on. Let's make that the A cam. And we'll make this the B cam. There we go. So, fun with iOS cameras. But yeah, you can see how precarious that is. Hey, but we're getting the shot, right? So and the nice thing about this angle is I'm facing where the sun's set. The sun's gone now, but it's still throwing enough light where I'm no longer silhouetted like the last shot from behind me. Now you can see me in some light. And now we'll go solo, and we can even push in a bit, although if I zoom any more without adjusting the tilt, and I'm not going to mess with that camera right now, unless I went like this. Let's see. See how well that zoom does. There we go. And as you can see, it's pretty good light, especially if I get over here from behind the camera. If I'm looking at where the sun went down, pretty darn good light. Although it looks like I went out of camera. So much for my example. Okay. I want to turn this one around for just a moment. First of all, let's show you what it looks like up tight here. And we'll take this opportunity to check your comments. No doubt people are getting some nice pictures at sunset in the area tonight, because there are some cool clouds out there with some wispy stuff. Ah, thank you about that, Cosmic Rose, verbalizing what I'm doing to help the viewers. Yeah. And you know what? If you want to help me out some more, because I do appreciate your lending your insights and sharing the knowledge and helping, you know, everybody share that knowledge so we can all learn together. I'm trying to get grow my subscriber base. I'm really being intentional about it. I'm doing the weekly Horner's Corner Thursday nights at 7. We are going to keep trying to grow that, and I think that, you know, we'll get it nailed down pretty good soon. By the way, I'm hearing a train, so I want to prepare for that. And I know people miss the Periscope broadcasts now that Periscope is gone, where I was normally out showing things like sunsets and wildlife, or maybe even some occasional breaking news. So that's why you see me out here now. I'm going to try and give you, you know, continue the diet of that. Should we send screenshots to you any place or not? You're more than welcome to send screenshots, of course. Just a second, I want to see if I can get you to this train. So, one way to share the screenshots, which is fantastic, you guys. One way is, I'll give you some options. One way is Twitter. Just go ahead and tweet them and at me at Beyond 90 Seconds. That would be great. You can share them on Instagram if you'd like, using your own Instagram. I'm also at Beyond 90 Seconds on Instagram. I'm seeing coal, you guys. You see the coal? Let's go back tight on that so you can see the coal. I am not a fan of coal, but unfortunately this is a frequent sight. I'm going to change the shot up a little bit because Mount Baker looks beautiful right now, and I'm going to see if I can go from the coal to something a little bit more, I mean, the coal's informative, but there's a nice view of Mount Baker right now, so let's see if we can set that up for you. So a little of everything right there, right? We've had the ferry, we've had the train, we have Mount Baker. I can see Tom just tweeted me my 925 Whidbey Island view. Thank you, Tom. I'm hearing sea lions, I believe. So I want to keep an eye out for them. It's just beautiful out now. Just a light breeze. Rather idyllic, I would say. And let's see what comments might be coming in. Oh. That screech sounds like seals barking. You know, I thought I heard seals barking just a moment ago. Horner's Corner, Thursdays at 7 p.m. weekly Pacific Standard Time. Thank you, Cosmic Rose. Isn't that a privet bush blooming with those off-white flowers? I don't know. I'm not sure where we were looking at that moment. When I think of the off-white flowers in this region, I think of dogwood trees quite often. There must be some fish moving around in a little concentrated spot because I see a few birds working an area out there. I'll show you where I'm talking about here. It's right out there. Tell you what I'm going to do though, we're going to flip this around. There we are. That's quite a ways up there, isn't it? Let's bring that down. There we go. And let's do a little picture-in-picture again. Or maybe what I should say real quick is, I mentioned the YouTube channel earlier. That is the YouTube channel at Beyond 90 Seconds. I think I'm up around 1,228 subscribers. So I really want to get that number up, and I want to bring content that you guys truly enjoy. So always feel free to share your ideas with me. I do enjoy this a lot, getting out and enjoying nature and seeing beautiful moments like the pink sky that's developing really impressively around Mount Baker right now. I also enjoy tech, live streaming, and constantly learning more and more about live streaming as well. But I've got to show you guys this picture. Let me see if I might be able to do something with the iPad that's pretty cool. So I'll give you a little behind the scenes here. You guys can watch me shuffle about here. I'm hoping that I can get a good shot of Mount Baker from atop a fence post here, just like the camera that you're seeing me from right now. It's a matter of whether or not I get enough clearance over a shrub, a bush. I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to do it. Oh yeah, we're going to do it. It's going to be a little tilted, but we got it. Okay, here we go, guys. There we go. And yes, indeed, we are live. If you're new to the channel, my name's Mark Horner, and it's a pleasure to meet you. I need to radically adjust my camera settings, you guys. Because it's getting darker. We can work with that. Anyway, let's flip this around and see what it's looking like over Whidbey Island right now. I was about to change the iPad shot entirely, moving away from Mount Baker, but let's go to it one more time. This wider view is also quite nice. Looking through the shrubs, you get a sense of the gentle breeze that's out here. I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty cool. And we'll check your YouTube comments now. Towards the beach, referring to the sound of sea lions. Got him. Where's my seal emoji? Yeah, I haven't done a good job. I need to do a better job of looking out for them. I see something interesting to shoot though, in just a moment. You look great, Mark, much slimmer. Hey, Tom, thank you. 62 pounds so far lost this year. I've been kind of holding steady at that for a while. But I've been taking a break from the walking and the jogging. My knee's been bothering me. But I continue to be real disciplined with my eating and what I eat, when I eat. Your favorite time of day, Cosmic Rose says. Awesome. We should have a portable beverage du jour for these events. Now you're talking, Cosmic Rose. Whether it be your favorite iced tea, lemonade, or beverage of your choice. Boy, I don't know how well it's translating, you guys, but we got a beautiful sky in the making. Look at that. Look at that. It's almost like the, what do you call that? The fluke? The tail of an orca stretching across the sky. Let's frame that up a little bit better. I'll go to the iPad here, and we'll frame this up. It looks just glorious. There we go. That is beautiful. Let's do some picture-in-picture. We'll keep the focus, the big picture on that sky, because that's the star of the show right now. Oh, you know what I was going to do though? Oh, darn it. Let's do this first. We're going to make this solo. We're going to flip this around. I have to have it in solo before I can flip it. So now you get me. So let's just go back to our options. I know it can be a little cumbersome, but when we think about what we're actually doing with phones in our hands, it's pretty impressive. Okay, there's A and here's B. Now we're talking. That's what I was wanting. Oh my gosh, you guys, I've got to take some shots of this. This is awesome. Pardon me while I go just a little bit off camera. In fact, I'll just go here. No, I'm still on camera. Imagine that. I think I hear a rumble of a ferry. Yep, we got a ferry coming from Clinton, Washington on Whidbey Island, coming towards here at Mukilteo. I wish I had a wider angle lens. Even my iPhone, which we're streaming with, could get a wider lens, a wider view than this, or a panorama, because it's clouds, thin bands of clouds stretching red from almost the south end of Whidbey Island. And then directly over Clinton with an intersectional wave of cloud. So you got these two perpendicular clouds coming together, all aglow in red right now. And then looking northward, there's a low band of red that is just phenomenal over Camino and Whidbey and Hat Island. So it's just beautiful right now. That's great, Mark. Show us, show us. Okay, let's change this. We're going to change this shot up a little bit. Let's change it up a little bit so you can see more of what I'm talking about. I think this is going to be better. Okay. Let's, we'll go to this camera and then we'll flip it around. Okay, so we're really wide here. So you can see how that red cloud out there stretches to the left there. And I'm going to pan to the right. We're going to go for, yeah, we'll stay there right now because I've got to get this shot with my camera. That is just too beautiful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Let's see if we can zoom in on that ferry a little bit with our iPad. Let's turn that a little bit. And in fact, we're just going to change the placement of it to another fence post. As long as it doesn't fall forward, then I won't have to chase it down the bluff to the railroad tracks. Okay, that should be good. Hang on, we can zoom it right here. I think that's pretty cool. Let's have that settle down. There we go. What do you guys think of that? This is awesome. This rocks. All right, now let's try it here. Not bad, not bad. Oh my gosh. Must be a plane, it must be a plane. Let's take a look at this. Beautiful light caused by a streaking object in the sky right now. I hope it translates well. Have to photograph this. It's so interesting. Had to be a jet, something that climbed very quickly. See this from time to time. I've even seen it from Snohomish, looking, especially around sunset and twilight, and usually sunset, late in the day. That is just awesome, and we're getting really nice, capturing really nice stills with it, I think. Now we're going to try and get this to the iPad camera because it's an even better camera, so hang on. A little overexposed there. Tom, if you could see a view of that from Whidbey right now, you'd see that is really bright and impressive. Hard to get it to translate. Let's go back to the iPad cam. And meantime, I'm gonna get you a shot of the ferry here. I see Randy is tweeting from Whatcom County, what a sunset. Okay, there's the ferry sneaking in. Sneaking, not really a fair word, but we're losing light, that's for sure, when we look to the north. I just heard a seal or a sea lion. I'm not, if you're commenting, I'm not ignoring. I have to change from horizontal to portrait view in order to see them. And it's a little tricky given my setup right now, but I'll work on a resolve for that soon. So I know that's low light, but that's Mount Baker in the distance and the Mukilteo ferry approaching the new ferry terminal. But that's pretty low res view. So let's go back to this view with the iPad. I think what I'd like to do is show you a bit more to the north as well. So we're looking north, west, northwest. But if we look more to the northwest, you get a feel for that low band of red across the islands as well. I know we're a little tilted here, but that's okay. Just beautiful. Okay, and for just a moment, I'm going to change this shot. And we'll make it a selfie. See if that can still grab some decent light on yours truly. Yep. Alrighty. Thanks, guys. And we'll do this. And we'll make this the A shot and this the B shot. There we go. All right. Thanks so much for joining me for this tonight. This is a blast. This is a great end to my Father's Day. Got up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this morning around 6 o'clock. Boy, there are two lines now crossing each other in the sky. You saw one of those bright red streaks. So it's got to be air traffic in the area. They've just crossed, intersected. And I went on a program called Office Hours on Alex Lindsay's YouTube channel. Alex, just like it sounds, A-L-E-X, Lindsay, L-I-N-D-S-A-Y. And I think I sat down for 4 hours, the first 2-hour office hours meeting, and then the post-show with some wonderful people. And we discussed tech, we discussed live streaming, communication, virtual virtual, I don't want to say meetings, conversations like we're doing right now. Tom on Whidbey Island just says, Mark, your 9:45 p.m. view from Whidbey Island tonight. I just saw the notification, Tom. Tom's on Whidbey Island, which is that main island that fills the left side of your screen all the way to the center of your screen. That's all part of Whidbey Island. An island, by the way, that's more than 50 miles long, left to right. So it goes way out of view to the right. The southern end of it is just off to our left behind me. But it's not very wide, but it is long. But that's where Tom's at, on Whidbey Island in Coopville, I believe, unless he's at work in Oak Harbor. And he oftentimes gets out around this time and takes wonderful sunset and twilight shots. I think I'm seeing the planet now for the first time this evening. It's a star, if you will. I believe it's actually a planet to the west, kind of low on the horizon already. So that's cool. It's just beautiful out here, you guys. How about you guys? Have you had a chance, if you're, for you fathers out there, I hope you had a wonderful Father's Day, and if you're fortunate enough to still have your father around, I hope you had a chance to tell him Happy Father's Day, and that you had some good time together or conversation. Even the simple hi sure means a lot. My daughter is adult daughters, and I think I mentioned a moment ago in Arizona, and it was wonderful to hear from her today. Heard from my adult son. I got 2 younger boys as well. And my wife, they all made it special. And by making it special for me, that means let's not have an agenda, a calendar, or a to-do in terms of things. I just like to, putter along and not be beholden to an itinerary. So I had a great day. I always tell people, you don't have to get me anything, come on. We went for a car ride, my wife and my 2 youngest boys today. We just went for a car ride around Snohomish. Showed them familiar spots to them because they know where I like to go to do photography, and we've had some great memories all together there as well. And I took my father-in-law for a car ride yesterday onto many of those same spots. He's in his 90s now, and so he enjoyed, and he grew up in the Everett area, and he really enjoyed seeing some of the spots that I go to take pictures, kind of more out of the way places. Some he said he had not seen before. But he was blown away by all the growth that's out here, all the new places that are going up. Not just the things that are, stack 'em and pack 'em, as I heard it put today, with multi-family, multi-building, multi-family dwellings, but also in some areas just huge homes on large pieces of rural property. I mean, that's wow. Just beautiful places, and oftentimes up on ridges with beautiful views of Mount Rainier, Mount Baker, or the west, toward the Olympics and so on. So, yeah, that's what we did today. And we had beautiful weather to see not only the homes and the beautiful properties, but horses and alpacas and sheep. So it's all good. And we all had our beverage of choice, Paige and I. Me with my coffee, Paige with her tall Americano with whip on top and 2 pumps of white mocha dribbled over the whip. Took me a long time to learn how to say all that because, again, I'm a simple guy. But anyway, I'm noticing down on the beach there are some campfires, which is per usual in the summer, especially on wonderful days like this. Tomorrow, right? Tomorrow will be the longest amount of daylight we have for the year. A lot of people are always, who aren't from this area, they'll tune in and they'll see something live like this and they'll say, it's still light out there? Because where they're watching from, elsewhere in the US, it's dark, and it's been dark for a while. But yeah, it gets dark early here in the winter, like around 4 o'clock. But in the summer, right around this time, we get to see a bit of light in the sky to the northwest, oftentimes right at just past 10 o'clock. Now, of course, if you were further north in Alaska, you're getting into that time of year where you've got 24/7 daylight. The opposite up there is you got 24/7 darkness come winter. But what did I want to show you? Let's show you the beach. I think we can, this is going to go to a different camera. Just a second. We'll turn this one around. We're going to have to take it off of selfie cam. Let's make it a solo, and we'll move it off of me. I think we'll go here. We'll start rather wide, and then we'll zoom in, because we're not too pixelated with this wide view. But I think you can make out a few fires along the beach, a couple of them perhaps. Then we'll zoom in. And that's not too pixelated either. That looks rather nice. Would you like to be down there tonight? I tell you what, the air is wonderful. And now I want to check your comments, and we'll wrap it up shortly. Cosmic Rose said, happy summer solstice, you all. Tom says, American flag and peace. Cosmic Rose says, sun in Cancer now. Ro Dav says, good night. Dana and I enjoyed watching the sunset with you. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you both joining. And Cosmic Rose has smashed that like, folks. And Mark, you would love Rita from, I didn't get the rest of that, Cosmic Rose. And there's Thomas with a triple tall. Yes, we've already watched our sunset. We are in Tucson like your daughter. Ah, very good. Cosmic Rose says apps from, oh, it's an app from Halapu, aka Lapland, Finland, that scoped last night. I will check it out, thank you. Carrie, good evening. Thank you for joining. And all sorts of fun emojis and thumbs up and hearts from Cosmic Rose. Cosmic Rose, thank you for the wonderful support, and everybody else too. I really sincerely appreciate it. Let's see, I think I have a light with me. Got 3 camera bags here. Yes, I do have a light. Where to put it though? There's nothing really head height. You know what? I think I know what I could do. This is going to be too bright, perhaps. Let's try and be tricky. Oh, this is going to be too bright, but we'll do it anyway because you'll really be able to see me. All right. All right, stand by for a really bright looking guy here. Not in terms of intelligence necessarily. We want to flip the camera around, Mark. There we go. Let's see how well it exposes. Whoa, is that pretty good? Maybe that's not too bad, you guys. How about that? Look, let's see how well I can make that light brighter. I've backed up quite a bit into the dark here. But seriously, thank you very much for watching. It's always a pleasure to have you along for the ride. Ferries tonight, train. We had a beautiful view of Mount Baker. We had some interesting, not only color in the sky, but streaks in the sky, which had to be associated with aircraft. And the sound of sea lions at times. So this was a lot of fun. Really appreciate it and hope to see you again soon. If you like me, if you would like to see more of this outdoor content, in addition to the in-studio Horner's Corner every Thursday night, 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern, please let me know. This is what I used to do a lot of when Periscope was around. Oftentimes relaxing settings, sunsets, sunrises, moonrises, wildlife, snow geese, trumpeter swans, kind of the forte that I had going on when we were on Periscope. And also some occasional breaking news. And somebody's revving up their engine down there at Mukilteo Park. And I just heard a great blue heron. And it's flying in right overhead here. Wow, it's right overhead. It just perched itself. It's perching itself in this tree where the bald eagles often perch. So that was pretty cool. I love it when great blue herons come in the evening. And you'll see this like up on Camino Island. My folks used to have a place on the north end of Camino Island. They would come off of Skagit Bay, Lavalier Bay, and they would come in to roost in, what did you call those? When they all come together like that. It's got like an in it. It's I forget the word. Somebody put it, if you know, put it in the chat. Anyway, they remind me of dinosaurs. I wasn't around quite for the dinosaurs, but if I was going to picture a bird as a dinosaur, and I think that's perhaps where they all derive from, the great blue heron with its movements and its sound is about as prehistoric as it gets for me. Anyway, I digress. I hope you appreciate the passion. I appreciate you. Have a great evening or day wherever you might be. Good night, everybody.